So do you need to use contraception after menopause? Remember, HRT is not a contraception. You still need to use contraception, even if they are on HRT. So ideally, when to stop using contraception? You could stop using contraception at 55 years of age, or you could do FSH testing. If two FSH measurements are more than 30 international units, done 6 weeks apart, it says menopause is likely in them. Remember, earlier I said FSH testing should not be used to diagnose menopause if someone is in combined contraception or if they are using high dose progesterone. So, when to use FSH to diagnose menopause? You could still use FSH to diagnose if menopause is likely or not for someone who's just using progesterone only contraception, who's around 50 years of age, and who's been amenorrheic for quite some time. All right. So in those cases, you could use FSH, and this doesn't confirm that menopause is attained. It only says that menopause is likely. So two measurements, 6 weeks apart, more than 30 international units per liter. Remember these values because in premature ovarian failure, the values are slightly different. And so once you've done these tests and they've met the criteria, do you advise them to stop using contraception abruptly? No. You need to advise them to continue using contraception for at least 1 year after they've met the criteria if they're more than or equal to 50 years, and for 2 years after they've met the criteria if they're under 50 years. So why do you want them to continue using contraception even after they've met the criteria? That's for two reasons. One, as I explained earlier, because FSH only says that menopause is likely to have happened. It doesn't confirm that they have reached menopause. And second is, again, sometimes they could still have ovulation sporadically even after 50 years of age. And thereby, to avoid any late unintended pregnancies, you advise them to continue using contraception for a certain duration of time, even after they've met the criteria. So 1 year if they're more than 50 years, and for 2 years if they're under 50